Alrighty, new start, new day. Wait, new day, new start, I guess is the better way to put it. This has been a bit of a late start today. Gonna need to get rolling on this goal if I want to reach tier 5 by the day. I don't know if it's gonna be possible, we're gonna give it a try. Set up some more hotkeys, kind of got my bars back, fixed more settings, and yeah, I think as soon as I'm ready and done AFKing, speaking of AFKing, got 75 crafting out of the way, just editing yesterday's video. Yeah, gonna be able to start in probably around an hour. So we'll take it from there, see how far we get, and yeah, let's get some tasks done. 3 grapes as a loot beam. Fantastic, this start economy. Okay, and with this one, that should be 10 stalls. I kind of screwed this guy over a little bit. I think he was AFKing on one of the guards that ended up attacking me, so yeah, that's my bad, friend. I hope you recover. Oh, I bought it instead of having him make it. Gotcha. There we go. That's another easy one. And eating an onion. Had to hop a sec, but this should be a medium task completed. Very nice. Let's go ahead and find ourselves a fire S-link. Another tiny one. Not gonna do any more of the RuneScape tasks right now though. We'll come back to it here later. First we're heading on over to our doing side of things. I had to take a little bit of a detour in order to get in here. I forgot that, you know, all these quests are auto completed, but after picking up the amulet, we can now go ahead and kill a fire giant, which is going to be a medium task. Very nice, let's keep them going. Another small, easy one. Here is a rock crab for the Fremenic tasks in here. Difficult. Popped over to the city of Ampher, a quick and easy lesser necroplasm ritual. Very nice. Next over, stealing some crops for another 10 bucks. And a dead content feature for another 10 bucks. And popping on over here for some flour from the stolen crops. That should be another task. A little thing I forgot about yesterday is scattering some demonic action. And for a bit of a silly one, returning a free item to a store for 1 coin. I gotta say, moving around with like this juiced mobile kind of setup makes games so much nicer. Even if you sometimes roll directly into a wall. We don't talk about it. As you can tell by my inventory, that did not come immediately, but I digress. That is the anchovies caught. Moving on. And a little bit of shearing and spinning later. That is sheep shearing. 30 points. Keep them coming. A little bit of chipping away later, and that is going to be 30 ADO in the bank. Went on a walk with the dog and coming back. Right back into the swing of things. Let's go mine this last ore for a medium task. Popping on over to the other side of the world for a tiny task. Didn't know this was a task, but entering Manavils completed. Not entirely sure how good of an idea this is, but popping into the this water birth dungeon for a quick Dagonoth kill. And with that jump, that is 10 laps of any agility course completed. A little bit of shopping later. Wrapping up another small little chore task thing. That's 1,000 arrow shafts in the bag. Let's actually make these into arrows. I think there's a couple of arrowheads I have left, which I think was another task when I checked it yesterday. Memory of a sieve, let's see if I was right. That is 400 steel arrows fletched. It turns out it was a task after all, another 30 points in the bag. A little bit of AFKing later, that should wrap up around 200... Anytime now. Anytime now. 200 logs. Another 30 points. Denting and denting. Totally didn't realize that was creeping up, but that was a hard task completed for 1,000 total level while cleaning up the logs from the last task. This is going pretty good. Still quite a lot of points, of course, left for tier 4, but we need to clean up some of these lower ones first in order to start focusing on bigger ones, because, you know, it's 3 points to be having. And these levels are going to help a lot in achieving exactly that. So just going to keep cleaning up, keep pushing, and keep working towards that original goal of tier 5 relics for this video. There we go. Medium task completed for opening this data. Let's actually finish the mystery while we're at it. Seal broken, dig site accessed. Now, I'm gonna pause archaeology for a second. I'm sure we're gonna spend a lot of time doing it, but I'm in the mood to play actively. So we're gonna keep doing that. That said, we do have the excavator relic, so we should probably use it to grab ourselves some easy points. Starting with one of these to begin with, as mining a single oracle kite is going to be a medium task. Little late on the groaning, but that is 50 oracle kite or for a hard task completed. Not sure if I'm going to be doing... Actually, yeah, is it smart to go and finish out this neck ride? You know what? Yeah, let's just get that done too. Why not? Over in the wilderness, let's see, is this a task? It isn't. But mining 60 of them is, so let's go get that done. A little while later at the wilderness mine, that is going to be 16 credit in the back. A couple more mining tasks I want to knock out, so let's head over to Valador and get shipping on them. Bit of an unnecessary money waste, but we need it for a task. Let's go ahead and pick up one of these rune pickaxes and take any ore we can find. Should be one somewhere around here. At least you'd think in a place called the Dwarven Mine that there would be spaces to mine. There we go. Chuck that on instead of our beautiful relic pickaxe of the ages. Mine that, and that is swift pick completed. Wait, no, that's not it. That's the one. Mine some more with a rune pickaxe in the back. Okay, a couple more we want to knock out, so let's get chopping. Finding ourselves in Karanja for a double task, because I did it in the wrong location at first. Let's go ahead and chop that opportunity. That should be mine a Dracolith rock in the Type 10 mine. And 50 Dracolith. Almost at the 3k point total, 10 points off of that. Let's see what we do next. I think there's still a little bit of mining left to be done, so we're gonna go grab those first. The first of 2 tasks here, 30 plasmatite. And a couple minutes later, wrapping up another set of 30, which is going to be another hard task. Don't know why there's 2 of them, but that is 60 plasmatite. I think there's still more mining to be done, so let's go and mine some more. Another 200 pickaxe swings later. That is 200 soft clay and another hard task. We're running low on mining tasks. I think that might have been it, so let's see what we do in the next one. All that mining apparently put me close to another task, so that is 20 igneous geodes. Let's drop this off at archaeology and then continue. Stepping in here should be a medium task. Feeling this wine should be... Oh! Yeah, that was not intended. Let's try that again. Freedom that bleed, get out of here, and that's another task complete. Use the bank at the mage arena, as well as this should be... Once we make this, we can go ahead and teleport with it to something. Was it Castle Wars? I think about Castle Wars. And that's going to be another task complete. Crafting this shell up should be another small task. As is killing a werewolf. Took a second there, had me doubting myself. And 5 feral vampires. For another small. Goblin Raider boss down. Real PVM. Genuinely. I didn't know this existed, but apparently if you kill 15 of these guys, it spawns a little named goblin guy that has just as much health as the rest of them. I never heard of it before, but alas, point complete. Base camp tutorial completed. Thought may as well get these guys rolling, see if we can't get this town built up. I'm not sure if advanced time spell later on will help speed this up or not, but I figured not that much work. It's just make sure that it's in progress at all times. Yeah, let's first get the lodestone and then we'll get on out of here. And clicking this button here should be another small task. Kind of a funny one. Probably should have increased my herb lore a little bit before, but from level 10 XP all the way to 33 from collecting 100 herbs at the Herbie Werby weekly D&D. Nice. Let's keep the grind going, making good progress. Easy as that, just go AFK for 15 minutes and build yourself a lodestone. Fantastic. Now we can come back here at any time and do this at our leisure. You know what? After this, I'll see if I can do some master farmers, see if we can get ourselves some herb lore. Changed my mind. Going to be planting a few of these trees in order to get the farming up. Because I want to do Hunter to get the Gloves of Silence benefit from the exoskeleton, and this seems like the quickest way to go about doing that. So yeah, let's boost this level up a bit and see you then. 70 farming, that's what I'm gonna be needing for my current goals at least, so I'll just finish up the rest of these saplings and then head over to the Heads Oasis place. Actually, before heading on out of here, let's go to this range and bake ourselves a potato, because that task has been staring at me for the past 2 days. Fantastic. I should probably hop over by a cabbage field at some. Actually, wait, didn't I grow some cabbages like just now? Yes, I did. Alright, chuck on that. Yuck. That's it. Okay, 5 potions of any kind. 5 potions and a strength potion. This probably has to be a regular strength potion, but you know, it doesn't hurt to try with the super variant. We do have some of the flowers we just grew. Oh, great. Sure, hard task complete, I guess. Do I stick to my plan or detour? What a question. We are absolutely detouring off to the Burthorpe Slayer dungeon. So while we're here, we may as well combine the 3 ingredients and make that attack potion. Drink that just in case. Nope, that's not a thing. 5 herbs and 10 herbs. Next one is 200, so we're not quite going to reach that. Okay, first batch of potions. I saw that there were a couple of like early tasks, so that should be 5 potions. And oh, there isn't a 10. Okay, well, off to 200. That's, like I said, going to take a sec, but at least we're going to get a bit of XP from this. See where we end up. Need to find myself a better source of herbs for this to be a little bit more efficient, but let's at least finish this one. That is a strength potion, complete. I think you need to drink it. There we go, perfect. Okay, let's go back to the original plan. Did a little bit of a detour to get myself some teak planks and some steel nails. Now, if I recall correctly, it's been a while since I did this on my GIM, but you can just go ahead and build up 2 of these flower baskets. That should be... oh, that's a lot of XP actually, sheesh. Should be another one around here somewhere. I don't really see it right now. But anyway, the point is to collect some of these flowers and then spawn in a few of these whirligigs. And I'm not going to summon them all. I'm going to keep some in here so I don't have to sit here collecting flowers for 10 years. But yeah, the levels should start flying by. I only need a couple of each flower. And yeah, let's get that 75. Little tip that I saw in one of the videos online. I forget which one it was, but somebody pointed out that you can keep your customizations interface open and then your character won't run around when you misclick, making this considerably better. Oh, and that is 10 in all non-elite skills. Hadn't thought of that, but yeah, those are going to come up now. Only a couple levels left for the 20 and 30 tasks as well, so maybe something we look into. So apparently they're going to be putting out a patch in a minute, which is going to lower the point requirements, which is fantastic news for me. I mean, apparently the next tier is going to be like... I don't actually remember, but I think the combat tier is going to end up at around 6k total points. So that means that my actual initial goal might be possible after all. Fantastic move on Jagex's part, you know, fix things while everybody's hyped about it. I can't be a bigger fan. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, we got some flowers in this basket now. By the way, this is where the second one was, if you're not blind like I am. Let's open this up. So, now what you can do is while your dude is going out catching a plain one, what you can do is you can spam click on these gliding ones and basically without consuming any flowers, get the better XP. As you can see here. And yeah, you can only catch 3 at a time, so it's pretty chill right now. When you have that upgrade and you can do more, it starts to get progressively more click intensive and you start to misclick sometimes and then you lose some flowers and you have to go back and get them, blah blah blah. This is leaks. I don't want to sit there cultivating roses for 20 hours. So we're going to be doing this until the next batch, which I believe is 50. So, oh, actually, we're only 2 off. Let's finish that one off. So that should be the task. 200 hunter creatures. Or medium off the list. Now, they did confirm the update I was mentioning earlier, which is fantastic. That does mean that I'm theoretically already tier 4, so my plan was to do a bunch of clues once we get to tier 4, which I guess now is just going to be fairly trivial. Yeah, so 3.5k for tier 4, yeah, and 6k for tier 5. So the goal is starting to look very, very achievable. Let's keep bumping. Popping over to a wilderness event because I realized these exist. I haven't been able to do any of these on the GIM for so long now that it's kind of slipped my mind entirely. But yeah, we can do them here. We're just regular Ironman, so let's see what we get from this. I'm not going to do any of the combat ones until tier 5 probably. They just kind of suck and like I don't think I can survive them yet until we have a little bit better gear, health, all of that. Yeah, let's see what we get from this. First, will the event completed? Nice little chunk of hunter XP, which I guess is not so much necessary. And let's see what we get from our first wild rewards. 10 wyvern bones and some orichalcum salvage. Nice. Decent alk, which I can't even do yet, but okay, that's one thing. And this we can actually just go and hand in at the altar right away. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Offer up the wyvern bones. Nice 1k XP each. I realize I can use these for souls later, but there's plenty of ways to get many foci for necromancy when I need to, so I'm not particularly worried about that. Couple of free levels, not too bad. Okay, let's get back to hunter. Okay, logging back in, let's take a look. There should be a change. Ay. Alright, yeah, the new points are live. A relic is immediately ready to unlock, which is so nice. I don't see any reason to stall this out. I know Production Master, I mean I know it's bugged right now, but I know Production Master would end up saving me a lot of time. However, there's 5,000 points in clues, and I love clue rewards. I like the idea of potentially going for some insane clue numbers down the road. I think it's going to be amazing. Globetrotter's outfit, infinite charges, extra casket, minimum steps, maximum loot, double clue scroll chance, and an unlimited amount of them. That's just... It's going to make grinding out insane numbers of them doable, and that to me sounds fantastic. So without further ado, let's activate the relic and get ourselves Clue Connoisseur and also ×8 experience. Oh right, this is also the one where your tool belt gets fully filled up, huh? That is amazing. I had totally forgotten about that. So I guess as soon as this is done, let's go ahead and check that out for a minute. So everything is on here. We have our puzzle box, we have our tools for thieving, we have our every mold, golden accumulator, every dungeoneering reward. My god, that is good. Oh, even the maximum archaeology stuff, so you can just skip all of... Oh, this is beyond amazing. Are these also like fully upgraded? Like if you go here? No. Okay. Well, I guess that's fair. Shouldn't be too required in a league like this, but still, I really can't complain. This is fantastic. Let's go from here. Oh, no, one small favor too. Better and better. Okay, I'm very excited, but let's focus on the goal for a minute. Let's wrap up 75 Hunter. And yeah. Gilded bronze pickaxe. Okay, I digress. Never mind. Let's focus here for a minute. Back to hunting. Right, it's been a minute since I decided to focus, and I've changed my mind. I have to send some clues now that we have this. It is just way too cool. I want to test it out and see how much we can get done. Double clue chance means we probably have a few methods available to us. It would be nice to unlock thieving for the ham setup. But until we have that, why don't we just go see how far we can get with the bits that we have now. So, just teleported me right here. We open this up, take a look at that. Yeah, the nearest spot of fungus. We could do that, or we can just teleport right there. And we did. And we take a look. And, well, no man. That is, of course, gonna be the Edmund from the Lake City quest. Challenge scroll. How many pigeon cases are behind? I think 3. Fantastic. That is near the fishing trawler thing. Right there. Okay. Caskets. It is that easy. Let's see what we get. Just an absolute ton of stuff. Amazing. Really a look invention before opening a ton of these, but yeah, that's also a source of money that we now have unlocked, especially for the better clue scrolls. Yeah, let's go hand in some more, or collect some more clues, and yeah, see what we can do in terms of tasks. I'm not entirely sure how many items we need to collect for it to be a task. I haven't looked at that too much yet, but it shouldn't be crazy. Okay, first 8 caskets. Let's see if we get anything interesting. I mean, yeah, every clue, basically. We even re-roll at this point, like... Guess if there's something specific you're looking for, not really, though. There we go, 5 unique items for the easy clue collection log. That's with just what we had banked. So I am sure that if we just go ahead and stack some of these up, it's going to go up exponentially. Wait, if I just re-roll these, does that count for getting them? Yeah, I think it does, right? Yeah. Okay, we get all of them in the collection log, so that should work for this too. Amazing. Okay, yeah, let me go figure out a good clue source. I mean, it's probably going to be thieving, but there's 10 unique for another 30 points. Unfortunately, it seems like easy clues are just the easiest to get from ham members. I tried a few different sources, but none of it seemed awfully productive compared to just sitting out here, finishing out 75 hunter and doing it that way. So let's get a couple more irises, just for the misclick prevention and to have a few more of them out there at once, so I don't have to keep clicking on planes accidentally and lowering the XP. Along the way to 75 hunter, we are about to knock out a pretty big one. That is 1,000 hunter creatures got for a fresh 80 points. Very nice. Let's keep them going. Only 4 levels left to get. Okay, that should do it. That is 75 hunter out of the way. Now I'm gonna go cook and eat some food before figuring out how the heck I'm supposed to claim this set. Got a friend of mine who says that just talking to Ariane isn't enough, so I guess we'll see how that goes. But yeah, back a bit later. Oh, apparently you do just claim it from here, so okay, easy enough. That's the set completed. Hoping here to level up thieving a little bit more, and that is going to be 200 pickpockets for another medium task in the pocket. This spot's a little bit slower than the doors, but at least there's no competition, so that's nice. Probably gonna stick here a little bit. The goal right now is 62. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna do it all the way here or what it's gonna be, but yeah, I guess we'll find out. Quick teleport over here. That's a medium task to teleport to Palmers. Apparently that is the next trophy unlock. I didn't realize I was so close to that. And again, the flame fragments, that should be a nice chunk of XP, as soon as I can figure out what to say. And that is lost her marbles. Nice amount of XP. Good progress, inching closer to that final 62, at which point I think thieving is basically so. 62 thieving completed, picked up a few herb seeds for the 46 requirement to pick up the loot bag for safe cracking. We're gonna go plant these, got a Renar and a Herolander, and then see what kind of potions we can make, just to see if that is enough to get us to 46. I think it probably is. It depends a little bit on how lucky we get with the results though. Let's just chuck the Renar in, see what we get. So, first one first, that's going to be 32, very nice. And that's a medium task completed as well. Let's do the Herolander as well. For 38 of those. Okay, let's grab some secondaries and go from there. 700 experience per potion. That's filthy. I mean, I'm not going to complain, but that definitely means I'm not going to have any trouble getting myself to 46. And yeah, these prayer potions are actually going to come in useful too, so, you know, I'm not going to complain. Yeah, going around was a lot easier. Let's go ahead and pull that for the 10th time, and that is end score and an easy task completed. Okay, now if I understand this right, all I have to do is discuss something. Wait, let's bring up that thingy again. All we have to do is talk about the history of the wilderness. I suppose that would be this dialogue option. And after that, all we have to do is find that little kill board, this one. And that should be the easy task complete. There we go. Not entirely sure where you go pick this up. It was Mr. X. That should be the easy diary. And with that, we get 10,000 times 2 XP on anything we want. Now, I do want to put one into agility. So we're going to have to go and get 30 for that. But for the other one, I was thinking there's a couple of good options to speed along this progression with. That said though, thinking about it now out loud, none of this is really hard or difficult. So I think I might just get 30 agility and put them both in there. Yeah, I think so. Let's go do that. 30 agility, nice. Now we can throw the lamps on it. Let's see how much that's going to be. 80k for the first lamp. 80k for the second lamp. That's 55 agility. We take it. So, final requirement for a guild of our own. This should be, after this guy stops yapping, the feud. 15,000 thieving XP. Honestly, I should have done this a little bit earlier. Kind of a little bit overshot it now, but it is what it is. XP is XP. Let's go wrap up the guild of our own, and then we have all we need to finish the. Walked on over to the Chaos Druids to grab the Irit. Probably not the fastest way to do it, but I got the job done. Now we have everything we need for a guild of our own. Let's finish this, and that will be the end of the day for me. Quick and easy, nothing too difficult about that. A nice way to finish off the day. And a big chunk of XP, 240,000 thieving XP. All the way to 69 thieving. A couple of herblore levels. Amazing. Now all we have to do is go pick up our loot bag, and then we are ready to save crack. Well, almost. I won't quick teleports for that, but that's a problem tomorrow's me can figure out. So on that note, good night, have a good one, and see you around.